Sammy Baugh, though 36 years old and with 15 seasons of full competition behind him, gives no signs of nearing the end of his amazing career.
Art Monk is now number one, the most prolific pass receiver in the National Football League's history. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
This is Harry Hog Football, the original Redskins Fans podcast. On today's show, we talk about the reverse debacle of a game between the Washington Redskins and the Carolina Panthers, and the injury to Jaden Daniels, and the upcoming game against the Chicago Bears. This and much more live with Aaron and John. Yo, 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 what's up, John?
Yo, what's up?
Excellent!
Welcome, everybody. Harry Hog Football, episode number 616. 600 and some backup quarterback we had along the way. Episode.
Joe Montana's brother.
An early morning podcast, because this has been a super busy week at least for me, and it's the only time I could squeeze one in. I see DJ Cool4 and Riles are up in the YouTube room. What's up, y'all?
What's up?
I don't know who's in the Discord room. Why don't I not have it pulled up over here? Let me pull it up.
Firefly's in there.
Is he?
He is.
Okay.
Oh, I should have worn my shirt. I'll wear it next week.
Yeah, I finally got John his jersey. I still haven't gotten my quadruple X or 5x X jersey from Firefly. Apparently the sizes over there in Scotland are like 3 times smaller than the sizes here. So John's wearing like a triple X, and he normally wears like a medium. So yeah. Anyway. Welcome to the podcast, and
Morning podcast.
We're fresh back from our trip to DC, and it was a fun trip.
Heck yeah. We got to see Daryl Green get his number retired. Tons of like Redskin guys from the 1980s were there. We almost got a picture with Doug Williams.
I almost got an autograph of Doug Williams. We were like one person back, and then he like left.
He's like, I gotta go, man. I gotta go.
But we were walking in. We were looking. Hold up that souvenir ticket. We heard about you get these souvenir tickets for coming to the Daryl Green retirement game, and we were like looking around. The woman was like, "Go over by that tent, and you can get one." And we go over by this tent, and this tent is giant. It was probably like 50 feet wide and like 100 feet long. And we found out that in the tent were all the VIPs, like old players and whatnot from the, from the glory days.
Pretty much all the guys from the 1980s.
And they had them all wear like this generic Redskins colored jersey with their number on it, which I think is kind of cool. Like, wear your number so people will know who you are. Like,
people be like, "Is that Art Monk?" Oh yeah, it is. Look, he's got an Art Monk jersey on.
Yeah.
For instance, or Doug Williams had the same thing. They were like, I don't know, they were kind of done up like old school Mitchell and Ness stuff, the nicer stuff. So
well, before the game, so we were like walking looking for these tickets, and I say to John, "Dude, Doug Williams is literally right there," and he was like 5 feet from us. So we're like, "Oh, well, let's go over here and try to, edge our way in and get an autograph," and but he left before we could. And then we like looked in that tent, and there's like all kinds of legends just in there eating and drinking. Yeah. And somehow other I guess the non-players were like families of the players and stuff that were in there. I don't know.
It looked like it was a very high-end VIP place to be.
Yeah. So anyway, before the game, however, when we were out with our friends Tailgate Ted and those guys at Hale BBQ,
donuts for hot or hamburger buns. Love that place.
Yeah, so we were out there tailgating as usual, and lo and behold, who comes over to hang out? Fred Smoot.
Heck
So
yeah.
I got the picture right here of me and John with Fred's feet. Oh,
Aaron did a selfie
Wait,
of the
that's
three of
it.
us right after Aaron said, "Hey, I got this guy, the helmet that you signed that said F Dallas on it." Fred Smoot. And he was like,
And he's like laughing right here with his eyes all glassed over.
yeah. I mean, the alcohol was definitely flowing in that tent.
So anyway, Fred Smoot hung out with us and for a little bit, for a minute.
Yeah.
He was on
cool that
his
I was wondering if anyone was going to walk by, because Tailgate Ted is known, for being there and doing all his stuff and for charities and everything. So
yeah.
he's known.
So anyway, so that was hanging out before the game, and then the games, dude. Let's face it. This was a freaking debacle on the Panthers side. And aren't you guys glad that we're no longer that team?
Oh my goodness gracious me. But dude, what's up with us going to games at Northwest Stadium and the quarterback gets hurt?
Dude, how many games are we going to have to ban ourselves from going to games? How many games have we been to where the quarterback got injured? RG3, Alex Smith, Jaden Daniels. Now, weren't we at a game where an opposing quarterback got injured too?
Oh.
I'm trying to remember. But 3 big ones for us.
Yeah.
Hey, check this out. Filthy Lucre, Washington State Redskins fan. He's up at 5:30 to listen to our podcast, which that's dedication. Man,
that's like getting up for soccer on the West Coast. For like European soccer early. That's really early.
Hey dude, Filthy Lucre, do you have the mug that Dan Snyder's marketing people totally screwed up and they put like the map of Washington State and then it has the Redskins? What was it at that point? Washington football team.
I think I was thinking the football team. I think
the football team
W
logo. You need that
there.
mug, dude. You totally need that mug. But anyway, so we're at the game, and we had like prime seats right on the 30-yard line. Right above us in the booth was what's the owner's? I forget his first name. Last name's like Ein, right? EIN or something.
Yeah.
That dude was up there, like right behind us, and
we were right on the 30-yard line.
Literally on the 30-yard line.
On the home side.
And brilliant seats, full of Redskins fans everywhere. There was probably only I only saw like one Panthers fan in my entire viewing angle around us.
Yeah, and there weren't that many Panthers fans across the way. And it's always funny because a lot of Panthers fans, Panthers came into the league in 1995, and a lot of Panthers fans were former Redskins fans.
Yeah.
So I was really interested to see what kind of dynamic we had with our fans and their fans. And their fans, they were very, very few of them. Dude, what was that? You told me about that one guy. I remember him when we were at the tailgate at Tailgate Ted's before the game. And there's like one Panthers fan that was coming by or walking by. Like, yeah, we got this or whatever it was.
No, he goes, "This is our time." And he was
that's right.
He was like pumping himself up. And I'm just like, no, it's not, dude. It's not your time. It's your time to suck and get another first-round pick that you'll screw up. Oh my gosh.
Maybe.
We're no longer that team, dude. We're no longer that team.
We're not the Cleveland Browns or right now Carolina Panthers. And they've just got a bad owner over there. And meanwhile, our owner is out there introducing Darryl Green after a few cups of different fluids before the game and during the game.
They just suck. They were just bad. They had that first drive where they were starting to drive, and I was getting a little concerned. And
you always get concerned on the first drives of games. I always write off the first drives of games for each team. It's never indicative of what's going to go on in the game. Well, not never, but it also often is not. because a lot of times it's scripted, and that's the first time that the team has actually played against the other team, and so the defense is like, well, the defense with good teams, with good coaches like we have now, those guys are like already making adjustments and figuring out what to do on the next drive. So,
yeah.
And you're just like, oh man, we're in trouble. Oh man, we're in trouble. We're in trouble.
And then my dog, well, not really, Dante Fowler Jr., number 6, picks it off and returns it in honor of Darrell Green for a touchdown.
I mean, it went right to his hands, man. He was just like, whoop. And he had Deron Payne like following him all the way to the goal line. And there was one Panther that was trying to get there. Deron, I mean, it's just hard to run around. It's hard to catch up and then get around Deron Payne because he's massive. Yeah. So he never got to it.
Deron Payne ran all the way down there.
Yeah.
But
that's his tackle, man. You love it. You love to see that.
So that was a great start, of course. And then the first play from scrimmage, JD5, of course, as you guys saw.
What about the first play?
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, we had to kick off. Like, hold on.
It wasn't.
Wait, I'm missing a punt from Carolina somewhere. Anyway, the first time we get the ball, I'm trying to remember this. It's like 6
I remember we had the ball for a little bit and things were going well, and then there was that run where Jaden Daniels went like about 50 yards before he got hit. Yeah. And one guy was kind of pulling him down, but a second guy kind of hit him at the same time, and I don't think he may not have
No, it was the first run. It was the first play, dude. Our first play from scrimmage is when he ran that 40-some yards.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
It wasn't like 3 or 4 into it. Okay. Oh, that's right. But because
we're forgetting is the Panthers had a second possession because they threw a pick 6 and nothing happened on it. And then they punted to us. Then Jaden Daniels came in and on the first play, runs at 44 yards, gets up. We watched the replay when we got back to the hotel, and that's when he started holding his rib a la Darrell Green, which I still think is kind of weird. Because Darrell Green, in the Darrell Green game, and then we had the return from Darrell Green where he injured his rib. I don't know. I find it kind of weird. When in the whole history of the Redskins, when do you remember some dude injuring their rib and holding it like that? And it was his left rib. Really? Both of them. It was their left rib. And it was like weird to me because it was the Darrell Green retirement game. Can you name another dude that's injured his rib like that for us? I can't.
Okay.
I'm tying it together. Anyway.
Aaron's going into the football conspiracy theories.
Not a conspiracy, just weird coincidences.
If that was the case, then how come we didn't end with 28 points at the half? We should have gone for that 2-point conversion.
We should have. Obviously, the new coaching staff wasn't playing that way. They weren't thinking about it.
Well, I think
the game was over at halftime. Let's face it.
Yeah, but I mean, the coaching staff was looking at that being we tack on 1, or we might go for 2, and then, Then
it's a 3-score game instead of a 4-score game.
Maybe Quinny Quinn
doesn't matter.
Looked at the score. It was just like, I don't want to have 28 at halftime. What was the last time we had 28 at halftime? And he lost that game.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
You want to see? We're getting into the football conspiracy theories.
So that's why he didn't go for it, as opposed to trying to go for the 2 in honor of Darrell Green at his game. But how awesome would it have been if it was 28-0 at halftime, and then Darrell Green comes out?
That would have been sweet.
It was sweet enough anyway. We were just destroying them.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah. It was a comprehensive victory. It's just one thing is that we didn't have a what's up, doggy dog?
Dude, it was at the point in the third or fourth quarter, I don't remember, when the Panthers had their one drive for a touchdown. And I was like, dude, we need to stop them. I want a shutout here. And I'm like, the crowd was getting bored because we were destroying them by so much. And I'm like, stand up going like, get up It's third down. We got to stop them. Like trying to get them out. And then all of a sudden, the crowd's like sitting there. I'm like, dudes, get up and cheer. I know you're bored because we're destroying them by so much, but come on, I want the shutout. And people are like, yeah, I'm not standing up. This game's over. Panthers fans are streaming out of there, the few that were left. And with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, some of our fans were streaming out. And I'm like, dude, I can't take this for granted. It's like, we don't beat teams this poorly. We're not like the Chiefs, or we're not like the Patriots from time gone by where we destroy people by so much, so many times that fans can just take it for granted and leave the stadium early. I'm watching that whole thing and reveling.
Oh, yeah.
I'm watching it.
Last second.
I want to see this. I wanted this to see us throw up more points and keep a shutout. Like we should have shut them out. But
we had that one S to B, that one drive.
Yeah, they just got them, and the fans got complacent on that drive. Although, I haven't gone back to see. At that point, did we even have backups in there? I don't know.
We didn't then? That was in the third quarter, right? No, it was in the fourth quarter. I think.
Early in the fourth, I think.
It was early in the fourth.
Let's see. They got their touchdown. Here it is. They had it was like a 5-minute drive, and they scored. It was the third into fourth, I think. Yeah, their drive started in the third quarter, and it ended at 11:38 in the fourth.
Right.
So, and that's when I was getting up and getting mad at the crowd for not joining in.
You're just like, what's wrong with you?
Get up! It's third down!
It was like you and like one other guy, like a few rows in front of us, who were doing the same thing. Like, get up!
Yeah. But anyway, oh my gosh.
I used to do that all the time. I'm getting old now.
Let's talk a little bit about Marcus Mariota. When Jaden Daniels went down, I was just like, oh my gosh, dude. The defense has to step up because they've spotted us at that point. What was it? 17, 13, 10? I don't remember. 10-0?
I think it was 10. It was 10-0 at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, and Marcus Mariota came in, and I'm like, all right, we're spotted 10 points. We got to hold these dudes because Marcus Mariota is not going to be doing anything, and we need to be running it with B-Rob. And then lo and behold, he had like his first series where he sucked and like overthrew someone wide open that would have, I think it was De'Ami Brown, that would have probably had a touchdown. And then after that, I was like, oh my gosh, he missed that dude wide open. This is going to suck. And then he just like turned it up.
He did. It was the flying Hawaiian. It was fantastic seeing him out there, except for when Cliff Kingsbury just kept giving him the ball to run it. And we're just like, dude, like you and I were like yelling. We're like, dude, he's your backup quarterback. You want to get him hurt too? What are you doing? We have control of this game.
Yeah.
We're not worried about that.
Yeah, we were both saying that. The dude back behind you, the P guy, and his friend were like did not share the same opinion with us. They're like, no, we got to run it off or whatever. And then there was some other guy way behind you to the right that shared our opinion. He was just like, dudes, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. We already had one quarterback hurt. And it was such a weird hit, too, when Jaden Daniels with the whole thing, because he ended up like doing a flip. And and from our standpoint, we were just like, ooh, that looked weird.
It looked super weird. Like, he did a somersault. It's like he went, when he was about to get hit by those two dudes, he like just dropped down, like went limp, fell down to the ground, and then he still got hit and like did this flip thing.
It's because that second guy, I'm not sure he really knew that other guy was right there, was going to hit him. He knew the first guy was going to tackle him.
Yeah. But oh my gosh, when Jaden Daniels runs, doesn't it look like he's in slow motion? It's so weird.
It really does.
He's flying. And it's like,
just watching him like in real life, and you're watching him, and you're just like, how did he move so quickly but he looks like he's just gliding sometimes out there.
How is he covering so much ground, but it doesn't look like he's trying hard? It was so weird.
Yeah.
And then other dudes are like not catching him, like trying their hardest, and he's just like, I don't understand it.
I mean, he's doing smart stuff and going out of bounds and he's learned to slide and all that stuff. It was just really, really freak hit.
Yeah, I think he thought he was going to make it to the end zone after he got past that first, defense line and he kind of broke free. I thought then he turned it up a little bit and then he was like, oh, they're going to get me. And then bam. But, I don't really blame Cliff Kingsbury for that first play because
no.
But you know what I do blame him for? Like 2 plays later, he had him run it to the left, and he went down on his own because his ribs were already hurting. But I'm like, dude, Cliff, you've already established on that first play that we can run this quarterback and get giant chunks of yards. Why do we even need to do it again right now? Like,
I'm wondering if he didn't realize that he was really hurt because like you said, we went back and watched the replay of it after the game. And you saw like after every play, he was kind of looking over the sidelines, like, yeah, I'm a little dinged up here.
Yeah. But when we were there, we didn't know he was hurt until all of a sudden we're like, what? Why is Mariota in? We had no idea. And then everyone in the crowd is like, starts texting their friends, like, what the heck? What are they saying?
I'm still like Marcus Mariota just blew my mind because that dude gets injured like getting out of bed in the morning. He's so injury prone, and he made it through this, and he took a couple of big hits on that during the game.
Dude, but what does it say about our team that in the past, if our starting quarterback went out, as mediocre as he might be, we had no chance. That game, I know it was against crappy Carolina, but he put up 30 points coming off the bench.
Yeah. Carolina's in bad shape, man. You guys, any Carolina fans out there listening to this, or any Carolina fans, just like welcome them back into the fold. We'll bring you back. Come on back. You don't need any more of that. Come on back to the Commanders.
Yeah, come on back. Come on back.
We are the Commanders. We are the Commanders.
I'll never not laugh at that. Oh, man.
Doug, what is it?
Poor
we
Doug
are the
Williams.
Commanders.
Anyway,
can you imagine like seeing Doug Williams up close and everything? I mean, he's starting, he's really starting to show his age and everything. But I mean, like, he's a big dude too. All those guys are like big guys, unless they're like old defensive backs or something like that, or like little Gary Clark type guys.
Yeah, dude. For some reason, our Discord chats aren't coming through here, but Firefly's in there, and is that David Herzing is in there too? I don't know why they're not coming through. What the heck?
Firefly is asking, do we think the stadium has improved so much from last year? There was a lot of new paint, I'll tell you that.
Oh wait, I think I know why. I think it'll come through now. Let's see, dudes. Hold on, I think I fixed something. Does this work?
There's a lot of new paint. Things seem to work better there.
Oh yeah. Now it'll come through if you type something.
Sweet. Okay.
Was the stadium much better? Well, the atmosphere was, because we had all Redskins fans.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. Was the atmosphere was ecstatic. Like, people were really genuinely excited, and it was. I don't know. It's been a long time, a really long time since we've been around that. Like the last game of 2012 with RG3, that was a pretty big night. But other than that, all the stuff like going all the way back to like the late 90s when you and I first started going to games.
Yeah. I mean, there were some changes. Like they have this whole Amazon like self-serve like concession area where you just go in. You like
Right.
tap your phone and go in and just grab what you want and then leave, and it charges you. And at first, I haven't even told you this, John. I thought that they like overcharged me because all we got was like a water and a Pepsi, and walked
yeah.
out, and like I get this alert on my phone that said $20, and I was like, $20? That should have been like $12.
Right.
But then when I came back, I don't know if they were pre-authorizing it, because when I looked at my like credit card thing, it charged us correctly. But
Okay.
that was kind of cool because they had food in there too, so you could literally just go in, grab like food out of like a piece of pizza in a box or something like that, get that and just leave. You don't have to like miss any of the game if you decided you were really hungry or something.
Yeah.
I think they had beer in there too, right? But I don't know who was checking IDs for that stuff. Maybe they do when you go in. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it
we're
was
too
all
old.
new and everything. That's for sure.
They
Um,
had that.
oh, dude, and also when we went in, there was like the VIP thing where all Doug Williams and everyone was at, and on the other side of that, outside the stadium still, but inside the gates was like a band, like guitar
Yeah.
rock band, like going to town.
It was like Go-Go or something, dude. It was good. It was a nice vibe over there by the band.
Oh yeah,
Those
yeah.
guys were jamming it. We watched them for a bit, and
Oh, and
before we went-
we. So did we finish the story about these tickets?
oh no, go ahead. Oh yeah, we
so-
didn't finish the story. Go ahead, tell them the story about because we couldn't get any. We couldn't find the tickets. I don't know if there were like 10,000 they were giving out or what, but go
I
ahead.
think everyone was out of them. So you and I ended up going up to a lady that looked like a supervisor that my wife works with, and work people that work in the entertainment industry like that as well. And basically, she looked at our jerseys, took her clipboard, took two of these from her clipboard, which was like covered in paper and everything, like normally, and like just pulled these out of her clipboard, like here you go.
Yeah, and she's like, I like Daryl Green. When I first got here, there was I don't know someone gave me what was it like a Daryl Green autograph ball, and
yeah.
and she moved from like another state or something, and someone was like, I'll give you $5 for it. It's not worth anything.
That's right. That's right.
And she's like, no, I'm not giving you that. But anyway, yeah. So I guess they had run out of the tickets. I don't know.
I think they ran out because I mean that's the kind of thing that you'll see from people who are like head ushers and stuff like that. Sometimes they'll have like those things like stuck up in their clipboard or whatever it is they carry around. It's like
Yeah.
they put them up there for safekeeping for people just like us.
Yeah, so that was cool that we got our tickets.
Because we were like we've gone to like 4 different spots and no one has these tickets. We don't even know if there's any left.
Yeah, so 27-0 at halftime, and then the Daryl Green retirement ceremony was nice. I think there's a YouTube video of it if you guys want to go watch it. They unfurled his flag. Josh Harris is like, let's go ahead and let's just go ahead right now. This should have been done years ago. And I don't basically, but Dan Snyder sucks. This should have been done years ago. So let's just go ahead and let's go ahead and get rid of that number forever. Go ahead, unfurl the flag. And so they unfurl the flag with like some Louisville ladder on top. And dude, we didn't tell. And then like on the kickoff, the next kickoff, we got the ball, right? And like Daryl Green's granddaughter or something ran out to get the tee and like almost got hit because the play was coming back and she was like not off the field yet, and like it was starting to get a little worrisome that she was going to be in the play.
Starting to worry like all I think it was 2003 and the Giants win the World Series in baseball. The San Francisco Giants with Barry Bonds and this little kid was out there like being bat boy and was totally in the way of a play and didn't know any better.
Mm-hmm.
Someone had to like pick him up and get him out of the way. But they do that a lot of times. Like kids will go out and grab those keys and come back.
Yeah, but it was a little too close for comfort. She didn't almost get hit, but it was getting too close for comfort.
She needs to hustle, man.
She needs to be fat. She needed to put that Tootsie Roll in her sock. Which,
Dude,
by the way, that was a nice touch from Tailgate Ted having the Tootsie Rolls for everyone.
That was nice. You and I put them in our socks. I'm sure there are probably about 100 of us who probably put them in our socks to be all cool, like all early Daryl Green things.
Yeah, we put them in our socks, except I had those little teeny socks that barely come above your shoe. So I put it in my sock. So it was really like on the side of my foot. And when we got back to the hotel, it was like all nasty. And melted on my melted on my ankle. And I'm like, here, dude, do you want this Tootsie Roll? But yeah, fun times. Super fun times.
Day. That was a great day.
And
anyway,
more about the game. We haven't talked about the actual play, except for Mariota.
Well, we pair of our side ends, Zach Ertz, the old Zach Ertz, and new Ben Sinnott, both scored touchdowns. Ben Sinnott had his first touchdown, his first pro touchdown ever. So,
yeah, Cliff Kingsbury said the play was called the Taylor Swift. He was like, in his interview, he was like, the play that Ben Sinnott, Ben Sinnett scored on was called the Taylor Swift play, and you'll have to ask them about that. The tight ends named the play, and I think Ben Sinnott has a deeper connection with Taylor Swift, whatever that means. But anyway,
maybe he likes her music. And there was another one that's called like Beyonce, so it just depends on whatever it is.
Yeah, hopefully they'll come out with some of those more touchdown passes from pop singers, like tomorrow.
Oh yeah, tomorrow, because let's
talk more about this game, dude.
Yeah, and then we'll talk about that.
Fowler was just unstoppable. So the fact that
he showed up in this game, didn't he? Former first-round pick. Dude's been here, but he hasn't really done anything. And today he showed up.
Well, people were talking about why he hadn't done anything. He was coming off of an injury, we forget. He was injured, and he's said it's been taking him a little bit to get back from it. But, dude, he showed up. He was everywhere. Frankie Louvu was everywhere again.
Yep.
He had a couple sacks, didn't he? I think he did. He had at least one.
Where's my...
Let me look at the sheet. I don't know, but those guys showed up.
Here we go.
I still haven't seen much from Jeremy Chin, honestly.
I think he's going to be one of the captains this weekend. They name different captains every week.
Oh, I've got the stats up right here.
Yeah.
Who am I talking? Frankie Louvu had 4 tackles, 2 solo tackles, 1 sack, but then it says 2 tackles for loss. So yeah.
1 sack. Jeremy Chin had 6 total tackles. He did a lot better than Emmanuel Forbes, who only had 1 tackle, though he had a pick.
All right, let's talk about that pick. That pick may be what kept his roster spot for one more week, because it sure didn't keep you know who didn't keep the roster spot for 1 week, thanks to Fowler Jr.
and the dude that's coming back off the injured list.
Are you ready for it, dude?
Are you ready?
Jamin Davis.
I'm ready for it. God!
Dude, Dan Quinn just unceremoniously straight up cut another former Ron Rivera first-round pick. We got Fowler Jr., who stepped up, and we got our rookie McGee, who just activated off of IR. So Jamin Davis, who apparently had the very last roster spot.
Yeah, and that's because the Jordan McGee guy was hurt. Dude, he can get in that McLaren and drive back to Kentucky, because I don't think anybody picked him up.
No, dude, I don't think they did. You want me to Google it? I'll Google it. But let's talk about that Forbes pick. I would have caught that pass. They threw it right. They threw it right to him. He's just standing there, all out of position as usual. And then I didn't expect anyone to be there. Here it is.
I didn't expect anyone to be there, and the ball just took that extra bit of time because it was going forward, and everyone saw there he was, like no one around him. The ball was coming to him, and it was almost like he had too much time, but he still picked it. And I'm going to give him credit for that.
Why does it say Dan Quinn praises Jamin Davis 2 days ago? He praised him after he cut him?
Well, he's probably trying to get him another job. I mean, Cleveland's out there.
I don't see anyone that picked him up. right off my initial,
Dude,
search.
it's because he's another one of those damn Ron Rivera tweeners that don't. He's not a defensive end. He's not a linebacker. He's kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
He
Again.
just, God, just terrible, terrible, terrible picks.
Ron Rivera set us back another 2 years. We should be winning the Super Bowl this year if it weren't for him. If he would have had 4 good first-round picks, imagine how much further along we'd be right now.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah, but
people say that, or they say we traded that for JD5.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of JD5, I want to talk about this before we give our games and kicks and then round this out because I got so much stuff I got to get done today. Let's see. Do you think he's going to play? So JD5 did not practice Wednesday, did not practice Thursday, and yesterday he practiced, according to Quinn, and he's a game time decision. Do you think how much
he practiced inside where people couldn't see?
We couldn't see him. Is that what it was? Because I saw a tweet from some reporter saying outside or something saying we don't see Jaden Daniels out here.
Yeah.
And Bears fans are like, he's being a wuss. He's not gonna play. I saw this from a few dudes. He's not gonna play because he's such a wuss. And we're like, and then what they're really saying inside is, oh my gosh, I hope he doesn't play. I hope he doesn't play. So anyway, JD5 practiced on Friday. How much of this is, all right, so he comes out of the game, right? He goes to the locker room to get x-rays on his ribs. By the time he finishes,
mad, dude. He slammed his helmet down and everything. We saw that. We didn't see that during the game, but we saw that on the replay for sure.
By the time he finishes this x-ray, it's got to take at least 10 minutes or so for him to get all prepped for that and everything. By the time he gets this x-ray done, we're up at least 17, if not 24-0. So at what point are they just like, dude, we got this game. Just chill out, get your street clothes on, come back out, and we'll figure out what we're going to, no need to get back in there. How much of that was that versus how much of it was them really concerned about his ribs, or are his ribs more injured, less injured, or are they just throwing shade at the Bears so they don't know what to expect? We don't know, but it's masterful.
We don't know. It's awesome to not know that and to not get leaks from
anyone except for Jaden's mom.
Except for Jaden's mom, it just goes, he's fine.
Well, then when he did come back out on the sideline, we saw him, and he's like waving to people and smiling. He did not look like he was wincing in pain.
Dude, yeah. I mean, we saw pictures of him raising his arms up like that. Now, they can give him a shot for the pain. They probably did give him a shot for the pain. But still, I mean, if your ribs are hurting, like when you break a rib, it hurts like when you breathe. So put your hands up like that and laughing and whatnot.
Yeah, it hurts when you laugh.
Yep. It hurts when you breathe. It's just a terrible, terrible thing to have a broken rib.
Well, dude, I hope he plays because the Bears are not the Panthers, and I'm concerned that Marcus Mariota will be able to escape as much as we,
Yeah. I mean, we just played like the team that's probably very likely going to have the first pick next year. Although the Browns might be, the Browns finally lost that. Sean Watson got hurt and he's out for the rest of the year.
That's the best thing that could happen to the Browns.
Probably is, but I don't know. I have a question. Do we want to go after Myles Garrett from the Browns?
Yes.
Now, remember this guy's like, remember the time when he took off Mason Rudolph's helmet, the backup quarterback and sometimes starting quarterback for the Steelers, and then hit him in the head with his own helmet? Yeah,
I remember that.
That's kind of extreme.
That's way extreme.
I don't know. Do we want that kind of guy in our locker room? Or could people like a Rectangle Man, Wagner, like get him to chill and be cool and be a leader?
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
And what would we have to give? What would we have to give up for him? Because people are going to want that guy, so the prices are going to go up.
Dude, you know that Peters is a master at getting the most for
The third round pick for Jahan Dotson is just.
And the Eagles thought they ate with that, dude. The Eagles thought they ate with that trade, and they were pulling one over on us, talking about how masterful. What's his face? Their GM. Rosen or something.
Roseman, I think.
Something like that. How masterful he
Roseman.
was. Yeah. So what is this?
Dude.
David Herzing is saying the Bears have only beaten crap teams. I still think they suck. Who have they beaten? Because honestly, we haven't beaten the greatest teams in the world either.
Yeah, there is that.
We've beaten the Panthers. We've beaten the Browns. We've beaten...
Browns.
Dude, I can't even remember who we've beaten. The Giants. We've beaten so many teams, I can't remember. I just know that we lost to the Ravens and the Bucks. I don't know. Who have they beaten?
Our schedule, we have lost to the two teams you talked about, both away games. We beat the Giants, Cincinnati, Arizona, Cleveland, and Carolina.
And who are the Bears beaten?
The Bears. Dun, 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 dun. Where Bears are 4-2. They've beaten Tennessee.
Sucky.
Tennessee.
They suck.
The Rams.
Who actually didn't they beat someone good this week?
I think so. Yeah.
So they're okay. They're okay.
It was the Thursday night game. Yeah, Carolina. They beat.
Didn't they beat Minnesota? Didn't they? Didn't the Rams beat Minnesota? I'm pretty sure.
I can't remember who. I
think it
that
was. I'm gonna look it up. But keep going.
So they've beaten the Rams, Carolina, Jacksonville, and Tennessee.
Yeah, the Rams beat the Vikings 30-20 on Thursday.
Right. Okay.
So that's pretty good. So the only team that they've beaten that is maybe pretty good is the Rams, and the only team that we've beaten that may be kind of good is who? Have the Bengals stepped it up, or do they still suck?
I think the Bengals are getting better. The Giants are only good against us.
So anyway, neither of these two teams have really beaten powerhouses.
Yeah. Neither one of us, like Cincinnati was a big victory, and that was 38-33.
Yeah.
But I mean, we still definitely need pieces, but our defense is getting better.
Oh, he's saying the Rams didn't have their good players when they beat them. Their wideouts just came back Thursday. Okay. Well, I noticed that the point spread when Jaden Daniels got injured, we went from being 1-point favorites to 3-point underdogs at home. So, you know, I don't see a reason why we can't beat the Bears. Apparently, their run defense is really bad, and we got B-Rob and then quarterbacks that can throw in a few runs, although I don't see us. Here's the thing, though. If Jaden Daniels can't do his normal self, do we even want him in? Like, if he doesn't have the run threat and they're going to be, like, protecting him from injury on that, do we want to play him? Because he's definitely a better pocket passer than even without that. You know, he's still a good passer.
Like with RG3, that was one thing he just never was able to get going with, was being a pocket passer in the NFL.
Yeah.
But Jaden Daniels is already is much better than that. And it might be, I think we're definitely going to, if we see him in the game play, he's definitely going to, well, no, I don't know. I was going to say he's definitely going to run it less, but who knows? Maybe they're going to run it more. Maybe they're going to try to trick the other team. Who knows? Yeah,
like if he's not really injured at much at all, and he just like took a hit and was like, "Oh, I feel all right now." Like we don't know.
Right.
It's good. I think we're gonna win the game. Let's just say that. I think we're gonna win.
Well, so far this year, you've been right 5 times,
which is more than the pundit said for us all season. Let's call it out. Let's say what it is. I've been more right already this season than the pundits said we would win games the entire year. All of the pundits said we would lose. We wouldn't win 5 games this year. So, what can I say? I say we're going to win this week. I could go back and listen to what my prediction was, but that would take a lot of effort. All right, let's do our games and kicks, and then I got to get ready to leave.
That's right.
I got a show to produce. Let's see.
Yeah, you do.
We are the Commanders.
It's time for this week's Kicking the Balls Award.
This week's Kicking the Balls Award, as usual, is brought to you by our friends at Ridapoo. Ridapoo, for all the doo-doo that you do, there is Ridapoo available at True Value, Ace, and other fine hardware stores. Now septic safe. Ridapoo. Taylor's do it. We already had an episode about that. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, you know who I'm cutting.
This is a kick, not a cut, but go ahead.
It's a kick because he got cut. Jammin' Davis. Cut.
Oh, yeah. Look, Firefly just had a good point. We're going to have to talk about this after this segment. Okay. All right. So I'm going to give my kick to, oh my gosh, this is getting harder and harder to pick kicks versus picking game balls, which is definitely new for us here at Harry Hog Football. It's usually we have a plethora of people to kick and hardly anyone to. All right, I'm going to give mine to Wiley for having another penalty.
You said that during the game, too. You were just like, he's cut.
Yeah, people are looking at me like I was being harsh because I was like, game! And they're like, chill out, dude. Chill out. But yes. Oh, Ridapoo is also available at Canadian Tire. Okay. Nice. I didn't know that they had it up in Canada. I didn't know that they shipped internationally. But apparently Ridapoo ships internationally now. Also in Canada.
That makes sense. You're going to get like stuff for your car and you're like, oh yeah, we need this for the bathroom.
We need this for our septic. Septic safe, dude.
Oh yeah.
Also in Canada. He requested that they carry it. We'll see. Ridapoo's advertising dollars are working by advertising with us. Okay. Anyone else have kicks to give? So I gave mine to Wiley. Riles gives his kicks to the defense for letting them get the one touch. Yeah, I was angry about that. And I blame partially the crowd, too, because they wouldn't get up. It was like as quiet as like offense in there. So Riles is giving his to the entire defense. And is that it? No one else is giving one? Andrew, no kicks from him. He didn't see the game. Okay. At least he's honest, unlike Josh reading the stat sheet.
Josh, did you even watch the game?
Dude, I'm giving mine to this guy that sucked, but he still had 8 tackles.
I thought he was really good this game, and Aaron and I are like, dude, he didn't even watch this.
All right, that's it. All right, we're moving forward. We're moving forward because we need to.
And now, the coveted and ever-elusive Game Ball Award.
Game Ball Award, brought to you by our friends at Dick's Pitch. Dick's Pitch. Remember to read dip at the half. Dick's Pitch. Receivers everywhere use Dick's Pitch on their gloves. For the one-handed catch, available at Dick's and other fine sporting goods stores. All right.
Like Magic Johnson there.
Re-dip at the half.
That guy used to, completely off topic, but Magic Johnson used to have like sex during halftime of games when he played.
Crickets. Crickets,
It's just the weirdest stuff. I remember them talking about that.
Because he only has like,
Lakers thing.
what, 15 minutes? Is he like, no interviews, I got to go. No talking halftime strategy. Or is he in there in the locker room talking halftime strategy, multitasking, dude? I mean, you only have 15 minutes.
Who knows?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Enough of that.
Man, yeah.
David Herzing kept falling asleep. All right, give your game ball, and then I'm gonna give mine.
Oh, my game ball.
Oh wait, he went to Oak Island without me, dude. I so want to go to Oak Island. We'll talk about that later. Go ahead.
My game ball's going to Marcus Mariota. I was so impressed with what he did, and the fact that he didn't get hurt, like walking on the field, is just it's like a new day in Washington, man.
Yeah, it was amazing. In fact, I was going to give mine to him if you took the other one that I was going to give, which is set the tone for the whole game, Dante Fowler Jr. Because he was awesome. So
he had a really, really good game. I mean, we're basically at the point where we're beating the bad teams like we should beat the bad teams.
Yep.
You know?
So anyway, that's it. Anyone else have one? Because I got to get going. All right, going once. Going twice. All right. So real quick, one thing, and I'm with who was it? Firefly on this. I am worried about this. That where is it? I can't say. Okay.
Were you talking about Coleman?
Coleman has a concussion. He is now out according to the injury report. He's not playing in this game. And Big Luke, the other starting left tackle, since we rotate them, has a neck ailment, and I guess it doesn't. Do we know what his status is?
Full practice yesterday.
Okay, so that's good. Full practice. Because both of those guys have been so good that I heard Cliff Kingsbury say that they don't plan on choosing one of them at this point, that they like both of those guys. So there you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Chin, Nova Scotia gives his game ball to Ben Sinnott for the touchdown on Taylor Swift.
First touchdown. I wonder if they wrote Taylor Swift on the football when they gave him the game ball.
Riles.
Or her, not game ball, but his. Did he spike that ball? I don't even remember or if he tried to save it.
I don't know. We were too busy cheering.
Yeah, we were.
And singing the new almost the same Hail to the Redskins song, but not quite. It's better than whatever that slow one was. Whatever that slow one was.
Yeah, but they keep saying like Commanders, like Braves on the Warpath. It's just like go Commanders or something like that.
Yeah, they changed Braves to the Warpath to something, but I don't know because I was just singing Braves on the Warpath.
Yeah. The area around us was definitely in the older school, song there.
Yep.
The Beatles compared to Taylor Swift. Old school.
Yep. Anyway, I think that probably has to wrap it up because I got to get going. I got to be somewhere at 10:30 and still got to get dressed and everything. And it's a 20-minute drive. So, where's the
everything's a 20-minute drive from your house.
Pretty much. I live 20 minutes. It's a geographical oddity. I'm 20 minutes from everything. I have not heard the Left Hand Up song, which I never got anyway, and don't really like that.
No.
I am left-handed, though. So my left hand is often the one that goes up on a score.
Yeah, but you throw with your right hand, right?
I'm going to have to talk to Chin about Oak Island. He knows that I've seen every episode of that show. Every year I say I'm not going to watch again because they're just milking it. Their real treasure is the fact that they have a TV show that they're making money from.
If they found treasure, it would be in the news, man.
Anyway, like to give a shout out to everyone in the chat rooms. Let's see, Riles, Filthy Lucre, David Herzing,
Jen, Andrew, Firefly,
Texas Corpsman, 100, Firefly, Chin in Nova Scotia,
Riles,
that everyone?
I think so. Tomorrow, 4:25 on CBS.
Tomorrow at 4:20, CBS. We get to destroy the Bears with one or both of our quarterbacks. And we will talk to you guys next week. Hail to the Redskins.
Yep.
We are the Commanders.
That too. And if you see a Cowboys fan this week, you know what to do.
You know what to do. Gioca!
Gioca!